Right, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And I just want to make a response to this major child webcam sex bust reveals rising abuse in Philippines. I know the brother Yashawamba did a video on it already, but I just wanted to get a few points, man. First and foremost, this is well known. Okay, it is well known. There's certain so-called third world countries that average everyday Edomites go to gain access to certain sexual vices. You know, whether it be little boys, little girls, animals, lady boys. This is well known. Okay, Brazil is one of those places, Philippines is one of those places, just to mention a few. You know, and 90% of the people that are going there and doing these things are Edomites. They're the ones who have the money and the status to go around the world and take advantage of the poverty of other people to fulfill their sick, demented lusts, which they all have. Okay, when you're talking about snuff film they show you in that movie, what was it, Hostel? That's real. Now, what you gotta understand is there's two types of Edomites. You get Edomites which are of the structure of the elite. What do I mean by that? Meaning they're either a part of the elite or they work directly under the elite. Meaning they're within a certain circle. And once you're within that circle, you have basic anonymity from certain of actions, certain crimes. Okay, the full force of the apparatus will be used to hide your evil deeds, to cover up what you've done. That's if you're in the inner circle. That's if you're part of the higher level pedophile and snuff film rings. Alright, just you celebrities are part of that. Your high level lawyers, bankers, anyone who's high enough in the society, they enter into those brotherhoods, those inner circles. They get protected. Now, what you have on the outside of that is your average everyday Edomite who is involved in these things. They're outside of that circle of protection. So every now and again, you'll see those people get arrested and get punished. Meanwhile, the very people who are arresting him, that run these investigations in these units, they're part of a major ring. This is how it works. The people who they put in control of these to investigate these things, they're part of it. That's how they know who to arrest and when to turn a blind eye. And it works the same with drugs. With drugs, you get drug dealers who are afforded the protection of the state because they're within that inner circle, and you get drug dealers that don't have that protection. And if they get caught, they get caught. That's it for you. If you're in the inner circle, you get caught, it will be covered up, and a blind eye will be turned. This is how it works. All right. And you'll find out that a lot of these devils, like this guy, like you had another guy that went over to the Philippines or whatever from London. He was a top banker earning, I believe he was earning something like 500K a year. He went over there and killed 3 women. What you got in some drug fueled madness? What you gotta understand is, like, a lot of these devils, which people view as upstanding citizens in society, they're the main ones involved in this form of behavior. Right? Your doctors, your lawyers, these upstanding citizens, these philanthropists, they're the main ones involved. Okay? This guy got caught. He's obviously not part of the inner circle. If he was part of the inner circle, the full powers of the MI6, the CIA, and all these different intelligence groups would have been used to alert him or cover this up when it happened. But look at what Esau's doing. See, Esau's quick to all over the TV, right? Esau's quick to paint you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians, whatever, as being murderers, criminals. You're just drug dealers. But this is what Esau's doing in the world, man. And it's well known. This is what he does. This ain't nothing new. Sex tourism in the Philippines, and it ain't no Jake's going. Jake ain't got money to go over there and even buy women, let alone be going on holiday like that. It's Edomites. How come they don't get the stigma of being pedophiles? Because that's what they are. Okay? Look what this devil was doing. Taking advantage of the poor and the needy over there in the Philippines. Poor, impoverished families and paying them for their children. That's what Esau does. Okay? Alright? That's why their entire nation needs to be taken down, because it ain't just him. Donald Trump, he's in on it. If you don't know that Donald Trump is a pedophile, that in order to become president, he had to take part in these rituals. That's how he's controlled. You have to be a part of that inner circle, and they got this kind of dirt on you. You think you're gonna become president with a high level witch, and you haven't worked the most odious works of witchcraft? Think again. That's a high office for them to bring in the new world. The president of America is a high office among the witches to bring in the new world order. Then they had it where they said the witches were against Trump to throw you off. Trump is a witch. That's why he was inaugurated. All right. Now let's look up this word philanthropist. Okay. It means a person who seeks to promote the welfare of others, especially by generous donation of money to good causes. And a lot of you Jakes, you look up to certain Edomites, Warren Buffett. A lot of you Jakes think Warren Buffett is a good guy. He's known as a philanthropist. Bill and Melinda Gates, George Soros. These are all devil worshipping, child sexing, child murdering, goat fucking demons. Every single last one of them, and they're all murderers. Every single last one of these people on the list. This whole image of being a philanthropist is just part of their subtlety to fool the people. They're not sincere about whatever they're doing. They have ulterior motives. They're some of the most wicked people in the history of the planet Earth, man. Like this guy. Let me bring out this guy, Sandusky. He was a philanthropist. Okay? The boys he was popping were boys that were involved in his charity, where he was supposed to be helping underprivileged boys. Mainly so-called Negroes and so-called Hispanics. What was he doing with those boys? He was popping them and he was pimping them to rich donors. Shocking Penn State rumor. Now this ain't no rumor. This is exactly what happened, and what they did was Jerry Sandusky, he took the fall, but it was bigger than Sandusky. That's why it was covered up for so long. He was part of a pedophile ring which was supplying other pedophiles, rich pedophiles, with children, just like Jimmy Savile. Just like Jimmy Savile. And I'm going to put the link. You can read this for yourself. Ain't no rumor. This is what was actually happening. And this part of it got shut down, and Jerry got buried. He got sacrificed. Simple as that. Let's get the scripture. Psalms 36:1. A psalm of David, the servant of the Lord. The transgression of the wicked saith within my heart, that there is no fear of God before his eyes. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes. The so-called white men, beginning with their elites, they like to portray themselves as being philanthropists. The Rothschilds are deemed as philanthropists. That's how the devil operates. He pretends that he's a good person, but he's really the devil. Inwardly, he's full of deceit and evil and murder. I mean, who's more wicked and evil than the Rothschilds? So why do they have a Rothschild Foundation? Why do they have philanthropy? So they could be praised among the people. Oh, look at them. They're donating money. Not knowing that on the back end, they're doing all kind of evil and wickedness. Okay. So, for he flattereth himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left off to be wise and to do good. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. Like these guys, all these Edomites that you see here, like Bill Gates, they have evil intentions towards you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. But you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you love Bill and Melinda Gates. You think they're good, God-fearing people because you're stupid and you don't know your enemy. You're not spiritual. But you got IUIC. They don't want to teach against Esau. They don't want to enlighten the people to who Esau is according to the scriptures and his judgment. But we're gonna do it, man. This man is the devil. He's a serpent. He can't be trusted. Even though you see him arresting them pedophiles, he cannot be trusted. Because them same people that are arresting them pedophiles are pedophiles their damn self. That's how it works. Genesis 3 and 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, have God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Now I want to home in on that word subtle, because that represents who the nature of the so-called white man is. He's a subtle serpent, man, full of subtlety. He's very crafty. He knows how to. That's why the scripture says, marvel not if Satan himself be transformed into an angel of light. He knows how to market and promote himself as being good while being evil. That's part of being crafty, shrewd, sly. Okay? Let's get 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. These Edomites, beginning with their elites and on down to the average everyday Edomite, every single last seed of Esau. If they're an Edomite, they are all completely sold onto sin, man. That is their spirit, that is their nature. That's what they were made to do, to sin, to transgress, to commit mischief. Not just the elites. That's why you got these, it's the elites. No, these devils, these average everyday devils, they murder, they steal, they kill, they do all these things. But because they're in their power, they're never the usual suspect. So they hardly get caught. While they're busy demonizing you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians as being criminals, what you're going to find out is they're the biggest criminals, man. But they get away with it. Just like who you think the biggest shoplifters are. Even these devils that got money, they're shoplifting, man. They shoplift for the fun of it. And you know why they get away with it? Because the security guard ain't ever looking at that Edomite with a suit on. And I know, I used to work in retail. Them guys do a lot of stealing, man. The security guard is always looking at Jake. Anyway, look, man, Esau, you're through. From the head down to the toe. Every single last one of you Edomites, you're going to be destroyed, man. You're going into slavery, and then you're going to be eradicated, man. There ain't no such thing as a good Edomite. They're all devils, man. Now, are there Israelites that look like Edomites? Yes, of course. We're not talking about them. Any of them that are of the elect, they're going to be weeded out from among them Edomites through the gospel, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But even the ones of our people that look like Edomites, that don't receive this gospel, they're going to be destroyed anyway. Okay? So with that, I'm going to say shalom.